Recording in progress.
I've been at CowTown. I started in March of 2021. I got the distinct pleasure of finding CowTown out through the way most people find out, the internet. I did 20 years. I actually grew up in the Valley. I grew up in Peoria, went to Peoria High School. I graduated in 2001, left for the service 14 days after graduating high school. And then didn't come back for a really, really long time. So I retired, started doing some work for my father-in-law. Was like, man, I'd really, really like to do something that I used to do. So I just did outdoor shooting ranges or shooting ranges near me. CowTown Range came up, C2 Tactical, Ben Avery, Shooter's World. So I did the applying process. CowTown's the only one that actually got back to me, so which was kind of cool. So started working there part-time. That summer I ran part-time work. Got the opportunity to take over their training department, which they didn't really have one at the time. Kind of built that up, morphed into a range manager position, then kind of morphed into the general manager position. So I'm truly blessed. I'm going to go over kind of the history of CowTown, what it's all about, kind of stuff. CowTown's owned by the Shaw family, specifically Rick Shaw manages the day-to-day, which is the son of Richard Shaw. We hit it off really well. He's a retired lieutenant colonel from the Marine Corps. His life is in law, so he's a JAG officer. And a lot of commonalities, a lot of similar ways of looking at things. So we have a really, really good relationship and really, really enjoy working at CowTown. At one point in 2022, I was actually the only employee at CowTown. We got really thin really fast, and was a good thing. We ended up building it. We're up to 17 employees now, 5 full-time, a bunch of part-time and 1099s. So it's been really exciting to see CowTown grow over the last 5 years, and had an opportunity to kind of put my hands in there from the beginning. I'm going to do a really quick, a little promo video. I think we did this a few years ago. I think it's pretty cool. It kind of encapsulates really quick what CowTown's about. And then I'll kind of dive in a little bit deeper after that stuff. So hopefully this link works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to figure that out. I'll do it the old school way.
Welcome to CowTown Range. CowTown Range is a premier outdoor shooting club with a rich Arizona history. It features spacious bays, extended hours of operation, beautiful scenery, hilltop shooting, and an accommodative safety protocol that allows for shooting flexibility. CowTown began over half a century ago as a Western event venue and movie set. In fact, over 200 movies have been filmed at CowTown with A-listers such as Johnny Depp and R. Lee Ermey. Once you are a member of CowTown Range, you can say goodbye to those dark, noisy, and claustrophobic indoor ranges. At CowTown Range, you can enjoy your own private bay that's 30 to 50 yards wide. You can control your own firing line, shoot at your own pace, and even move while shooting. If you love competitions, you'll love it at CowTown. We host several different types that are held weekly and monthly. Pistol, accurized AR, precision rifle, and multi-gun are all popular and available at CowTown. Paper and steel targets are allowed at CowTown Range, and we offer individual, family, and commercial memberships, not to mention discounts for first responders and active military personnel. Scheduling your range session at CowTown is convenient and easy through our online portal. Another way to enjoy CowTown is by signing up for one of the many training courses that we offer. From basic NRA safety to advanced pistol and rifle, there's something for everyone at CowTown. And you don't need to be a member to participate. Thanks to the Cowboy Action Shooting Club, CowTown's Western roots are alive and well. This is a separate club that's been with us since the 1970s. Cowboy Action Shooting is a Western multi-gun sport, and shooters compete with firearms typical of those used in the taming of the Old West. Our sister company, GPS Defense Sniper School, offers a long-range precision curriculum, as well as other specialized training. Our trainers are highly experienced, and we offer classes for beginners to seasoned shooters, law enforcement, and military. Shooting adventures are a great way to be introduced to the shooting sports, and it can expose you to a wide variety of different firearms. Shooting adventures are available at CowTown through special reservation. We can even host your upcoming special event. Whether it's a corporate event, bachelor or bachelorette party, we make it easy for you. All you do is schedule it. CowTown staff will take care of the rest. All you have to do is focus on the fun. Your kids won't be left out at CowTown because we have a massive Old West paintball course. Paintball is incredible, family-friendly fun, and we have rental packages for any occasion. To learn more about CowTown, check us out online at cowtownrange.com. Thank you, and we'll see you at the range.
That's all right. Get them up and go move video there to get people going. So that gentleman, Sean Utley, super nice man. He writes for a bunch of magazines. He's got one of the killest jobs on the planet. Every firearms manufacturer on the planet sends him firearms and says, hey, test these out and write an article on them. So he gets to come out and see all the latest and greatest cool stuff. So super nice gentleman, was able to do this for us for that. So as he mentioned in the video, so CowTown started in the early 1970s. A gentleman by the name of Ron Nix purchased the property. His vision was to create an Old West theme park. He had some roots in Hollywood. He was actually a stuntman. So he purchased that up on our western platform area. There's some old remnants of it, but in that upper right-hand corner, that's what the actual property used to look like. Just tons of movie sets and buildings and old westerns and Mexican towns and all kinds of stuff. He built it so well that we just recently were in the process of demolishing stuff. And there were some grave sites that we actually had to have the city come out and mark to make sure that they were not grave sites. They ended up not being grave sites, so there's nobody buried at CowTown that I know of, right? So, yeah, so he did quite a bit of movies. Some of them, most of them you probably never heard, but you know, he started the roots with that. Shortly after he came online, Single Action Shooter Society, so CowTown SAS was born. They're pretty much the stakeholders in how we are what we are now. So we still have them running around. They're very, very active, very cool club. If you're ever interested in any of that stuff, I can get you in touch with Gail, who runs that. Her and her husband, or late husband, have been running that for a very, very long time. So original property sits on 78 acres. If you're not familiar physically where we're located at, Old Wild Horse Saloon off of Lake Pleasant, that's Old Carefree Highway. You make a left, which you go westbound, you run all the way to the end of the road. Super exciting. So there's been, I'm sure you guys have probably seen a lot of development going on in the area and everything like that. They're just finishing up putting in a 20-acre battery facility just to the east of us. Why do I say that's a good thing? Because they're going to be paving the road this year. I am really, really excited about that. So it's going to come within 0.3 of a mile of the property. So yeah, everybody's pretty pumped about that. But owners are very much vested in the property. They're very much vested in the area. They know what's going on. We've got a lot of commercial industrial going in, which is a really, really good thing for us. So, so good that we actually just purchased an additional 113 acres this summer. So now it puts CowTown over 200, almost 220 acres total. So we have some plans to expand, make CowTown a little bit bigger. Unfortunately, most of the property is the Agua Fria riverbed, but you know, we'll make do with what we got. So it's like I said, rich in history. We've had quite a bit of movies. Old Gunny actually was on property before he passed. Did an edition of Mail Call out there. We've had a few movies. Actually, a couple of years ago, that was pretty cool. We had the Pawn Star guys out. They did a couple episodes. They filmed a couple episodes over a couple days. Got to meet Rick and his son and Chumley and all that. Super nice guy. Johnny Depp, that's probably the most notable movie right there down the bottom left. Sorry if you like that movie, but that is an absolutely terrible movie. Probably one of his worst movies ever. But yeah, that was all filmed at CowTown. As I mentioned, the most famous range you never heard of. So we don't do a lot of advertisement. We don't do a lot of marketing. We let the range speak for itself. Word of mouth, members is most how we get our information out. We really will probably stay true to that model for a very long time. As I mentioned, 1994, the current owners bought it. Richard Shaw, who used to own Shooters World before he sold that, he actually is part owner of Rock Springs, so the pie company up off I-17 there, North Canyon, or Canyon, was it Black Canyon City or whatever? As you probably heard, Sean talked about it in the video. Back early 2000s, there was a company called GPS Defense, founded by some law enforcement military guys. A couple of those individuals have passed away, and CowTown acquired GPS Defense. So GPS Defense specifically trains long-range precision. So anything from LE units to mill units to anybody that just wants to come learn how to shoot long range. They acquired that company in the 2000s. We just had a rebranding this last year. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen, I got a couple logos up there. We basically took GPS Defense and CowTown Range and we put it together under one umbrella. So we still offer long-range precision shooting training. It's kind of what we specialize in our environment out there. As I mentioned, we did that. So currently, as we sit, this is the property out of CowTown. The 78 acres is the bulk of what you see right here. Off to the east, on the right-hand side, that's that property we just procured. We currently run, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, what we call bay. So basically the way we run CowTown is we've got east and west side. So our east side which are bays. We tell everybody pretty much pistol, carbine, shotgun. The furthest bay is that East 100 that's to the north. That one's 135 yards long. The bays 2, 3, and zeroing bay are all 100 yards long. Bays 4, 5, 6, and 7 is a frame of reference, are about 50 yards long. What makes it unique, probably more than any other range that I've ever been to, is we don't provide range safety officers. So we put a lot of onus on the members that come out. We pride ourselves in being secluded, private, allow you to do your thing without having somebody watch over you and critique every little thing that you're doing. Ben Avery, I love Ben Avery. They bring us a lot of business, a lot of pissed off customers just because of the way they operate, which is perfectly fine. I mean, if you guys don't know, Ben Avery is a state-run range, so they have to do things a certain way. We're a private range, so we get to do kind of whatever we want to do, obviously within the constraints of being safe. The Latigo Smith, Wild Bill, Calamity Jane, Tombstone Shooting Gallery, those are all pistol bays. Put those in probably for late 2021. So they're a little bit different, but still have the ability to come out and shoot at 25 yards. On the west side of our property is what we call our platform. So that's all long range. Closest target's 200 yards, furthest target's 1,050. The big difference between the two sides is on the platforms, we keep that a live fire line, meaning we don't let anybody downrange, which is really nice, right? Because then you don't have to walk 2,000 yards. Right? 1,000 yards to go set up a target, 1,000 yards to come back. It's all set up, ready to go. It's all steel targets. However, on the bay side, we don't provide anything. We just provide the real estate. So you get the opportunity to set up how you want to shoot your range. If you want to do, bring the grandson along and, shoot 22s at paper targets, you can do that. If you want to set up a stage where you're pretending to clear buildings, you can do that. So we give the flexibility to the members to come out and do shoot how they want. As I was mentioning, the SAS, they're kind of cut off on the picture there. Down to the lower left, they have their own facility that we basically sublease to them. I need to get it up, updated picture. We had a really, really nasty storm in August, and we're still kind of fixing everything from that. So we lost the paintball field. We had to relocate that to the southern end of the property, but we still have that. We lost the shoot house. We don't have that any longer. We lost our classroom. That was severely damaged. So we did a lot of flexing this year. Actually, where it says that paintball tag, that's actually our new classroom that we have. And then we lost a couple other structures that we had to do. So we offer a lot of things, paintball matches, training, experiences are coming very close to coming online. So the big thing, we don't allow anybody on property that's not a member or a guest of a member. So meaning the only people when you make a reservation that are on those bays or platform are the people you invited. You don't have to worry about who's to your right, who's to your left. Everybody that comes through is vetted. Everybody that comes through is verified. The only exception is matches. So matches are open to the public, but they're very constrained to certain areas, and we pay attention to that. A lot of people ask, well, do you guys have day passes? Unfortunately, we fall under the city of Peoria, and the way we're zoned, we have to be a membership-based shooting club. It cannot be open to the public per se, right? So if you guys notice, I handed out, this fine gentleman handed out some cards for you. I got a sticker for you if you guys want that. But the card on the front there kind of covers the memberships that we offer, okay? On the far right, the pay-as-you-go membership is probably the closest membership that I can get to a day pass. Essentially what that does is $52 buys you the membership. Every time you come out, it's $35 per hour. Every guest is $24 per hour, $25 per guest. We actually have quite a few people that enjoy that membership. Most of the people that enjoy that membership are snowbirds, people that come out once or twice a year. Hunters really, really like that membership where they're just coming out, getting ready for their hunt. It's not built for most of the clientele that we have. Probably 90% of the members that we have are a bronze level member. The beautiful part about it is that it gives you the flexibility to come out as much or as little as you want. So we have that broken down into 2 price points. The monthly fee at was I think $41.99. That is essentially a 6-month contract. So for 6 months, you pay $41.99. See if you like it. Go on from there. What it gets you is it gets you 2 hours of daily use. So in theory, if you had the money to do it, you could come out every single day and shoot for 2 hours, completely included with the price of the membership. And you can bring 2 friends for free. We allow 6 guests up to 1 reservation. After the first 2 guests, and it's $25 per guest. The yearly, which goes for $440, is just a discounted version. That's paid up front for the full year. And that gets you the ability to come and shoot the whole 365 days. So what we have constantly pride ourselves on, and what we will continue to do, is make the range open up as much as humanly available. So what do I mean by that? We're open 7 days a week, 7 to 7. Sunrise, rain, whatever, we're open. We're available for you. The only days we close, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And then I cut the guys out for a little bit on 4th of July. So they can go get some fireworks. But we pride ourselves on making it as available as humanly possible for all the members. So the other memberships that you have on there, pretty much the same structure, the same pay structure. They come with extra time. But the big benefit for those is that they come with training classes. So we offer probably 24 different pistol carbine training classes, everything from just basic beginner level entry to very advanced stuff. So you have the opportunity to kind of get out and get training for that. The other stuff on that card is just general information. If you actually are interested and want to jump on the website, we have memberships that are not listed on there. They're essentially the same type of memberships, they're just billed different. So as an example, we have a multi-person membership. So in a bronze, you can go get, so if 2 buddies want to sign up for a membership, same benefits, but we give 10% off for both people. So male first responders, if you've got any of that, take whatever price you have on there for the bronze, and 15% off for that. So we kind of cater to a lot of different entities for that. So SAS, I kind of mentioned SAS a little bit. As I was talking about, we have a lot of options for everybody. We really pride ourselves in trying to be open for everybody. We pride ourselves in having a community. We pride ourselves in knowing your guys' first names. We pride ourselves in that welcome wave when you come in the door. So we are very close. Some cool things that have been going on. We're very close to getting our retail space up and running. So we can offer members discounted ammo and targets and things like that. That's CowTown in a nutshell. Does anybody have any questions? I feel like I'm just rambling on. So,
well, you mentioned retail. You're going to get an FFL.
We do currently have an FFL.
No.
Yeah, we do. What direction we go with that FFL? Really, we haven't decided that yet. We probably got it more or less. I've envisioned rentals more than actual firearm sales. I see there's a market for that. We got it too because we want to really bring experiences online. We'll probably here within the next 12 months be the only place that you can actually shoot a 50 cal at. We're getting very, very close to that. So we've got some plans. The FFL helps us with that. We were looking, we probably do transfers, things like that, but actually getting into the firearm sales, that market is very saturated. It's very tough. Costs a lot of money to have that inventory on hand. So
Well, the transfer do that is thinking about. So.
yeah, we're looking at that. We do have FFL. We're looking at probably this summer getting our SOT so we can offer some full auto stuff and some different things, kind of come out and have a good time. So that's a great question. Yes, sir.
You can shoot full auto now, right?
Yeah.
On certain lanes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll back up a little bit. So currently right now, if you look at days 5, 6, and 7, we at this current moment allow full auto on those days. The reason we allow it is because it's got that big giant mountain range behind there, so nobody can shoot up and over. So, but yeah, we do allow that. Some restrictions, which is probably pretty standard with a lot of ranges. We don't, and we do have some ammo restrictions, so we don't allow tracer, incendiary, armor piercing, things that will start a fire. We're very conscious of that. Another thing that we don't have, and I know I've heard some people talk about like church camp and all that kind of stuff, but the BLM ranges, really, really cool that the Bureau of Land Management opened those ranges up. I think that's awesome. But typical feds, they close every summer, and they have the last 2 summers. So I probably envision they're going to keep doing that. We don't close down during the summer. We're open all the time. And as I tell the members when we do the range orientation class, I was like, the reason we're open to the summer is because we haven't lit the desert on fire. I know the moment we light the desert on fire, the city of Peoria and the state's going to be like, why are you guys open? And then we're going to have a problem. So, yeah, we have a really, really good relationship with the city of Peoria. We're actually city of Peoria's police department's sole range. So they're out, a few times a week doing their training. We have contracts with Glendale, Goodyear, El Mirage, Scottsdale, Arizona Department of Public Safety, and probably about 5 or 6 federal accounts, anywhere from DHS to BLM to FBI. So we have quite a few different players running around, which is exciting. So DPS, actually, we just renegotiated their contract. They do aerial use of force. So they fly their healer around and shoot from it. Obviously, we closed down the whole range. Nobody's there. But yeah, they definitely love having us out here. We try to play nice with everybody, right? Give everybody the opportunity to come out and enjoy. I call it's just something about it. I think it's a little hidden gem. First day I rolled up onto the property. I was like, oh, I get it. I understand what the vision is. I can see it. So pretty exciting. My staff is very, very, very good, very accommodating. The ones that aren't around anymore. So yeah. Yes, sir.
So do you have rental guns there?
We do not currently have rentals. So right now, currently we can rent you or sell you anything to get your range going except for firearms. So we have stands, uprights, steel targets, paper targets, cardboard, ammo, hearing protection, eye protection. So anything that you'll probably forget at the house to do the thing, we've got there ready to go. Sunblock, sunscreen, bug spray. I've even got a recommendation to get some snake boots, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that in. So, yes, sir.
What's building around you, and will that impact your ability to continue to function?
Correct. That's a great question. So on the books right now, and they're just finishing up, is the 20-acre, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with what a battery storage facility. Have expanded my knowledge vastly over the last year. So these companies come in and they don't necessarily buy real estate, they rent real estate. So they've got a 20-year lease on a 20-acre parcel just to the south of the substation. They develop it. We got a bunch of dirt. We got probably 15,000 cubic yards of dirt this year from them. Expanded out the ranges quite a bit. And then they come in and they bring in these giant Connex boxes with big Tesla signs on them, full of Tesla batteries, and they put them all together and they hook them up to the grid, and they're completely passive. So when the grid has a high demand, they pull power from them. When it has a low demand, they put power back into them. So that's the only thing that is physically on the books right now that they're going to finish this year. There's rumors they're probably going to put another one in on the other side of the road. But if you look at City of Peoria's plans, they're going to develop all of that. Amcor's alive and well, right? Just north of 303 there. That entire Lake Pleasant Parkway will be 6 lanes all the way up to Carefree Highway. Very shortly, 97th Avenue is going to come up from 303. It's going to cut right through where the cap's at and all the canals. So it is all zoned that we're seeing right now with industrial commercial, which is really, really good news for us. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got. There's Rumor Mill. It's been a couple years now. I'm assuming it's probably going to go in soon. The gas station, which has been a hidden gem. I'm going to tell you, man, trying to go get gas from CowTown is going all the way down to Fry's here at Happy Valley. So, you know, getting a little soda or something has been awesome. I don't like that everything's $10 there, but you know, it's really nice. But the same owners are going to put in an RV park. It's like a 13 or 14 acre RV park just to the east there of that gas station, which will be pretty crazy. So, well, it'd probably be good because I don't know if you guys have seen the marina prices lately. They are ridiculous for storing any boats or RVs or anything. So, yes, sir.
So we want to do a club outing. How would we go about doing it?
So that we could just contact me. We'll we can figure out a day. I think we got some members in here, so we just have to make sure that some members are in there, and we can set up something, right? We get a bay, kind of try it out, see how everybody likes it, and then we'll go from there. So
yeah, the SAS people came and spoke to us, and they took us out to show us their range, and they even showed us how to shoot their different timed practices and stuff.
Yeah, cool. I really like that. It's a very cool. And me and my wife have these conversations a long time because it's like I tell her like shooting's like shoes, right? Like every firearm does something a little bit different. It's fun because my military background, there was only one type of shooting. Now that I've been in here, I get to see every type of shooter, right? From SAS to the long precision guys, the guys that want to do move and shoot and clear buildings, to, you know, people that just want to come out and shoot recreational, everything in between. We're there. The only thing I don't have the ability to is trap and ski. That's pretty much the only genre of shooting that I don't have. And it's kind of hard to compete with Ben Avery because their trap and ski facility is amazing. I got Steve, the guy that runs that, got to meet him a few years. We actually got some history military kind of overlap, which is kind of crazy, but he took me around there, and that facility is awesome. So we have some fundamental problems just because of the geographic area we're at. We're in a wash. It's funny, everybody, you know, I get a lot of those questions. What's happening around CowTown? The other question I get a lot is, well, is CowTown going to be around much longer? And I say, CowTown's going to be around for a really, really long time for 3 reasons. 1, it's crap land. 2, it's because it's a wash. It's Agua Fria River, right? So crap land. 2, we the owners own it outright. So there's no lease, there's no rental, there's no nothing. And all of the owners are lawyers. So good luck. Good luck. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kevin, just want to say, appreciate you being here. I mean, I personally love it. So unsolicited, positive. I'm there at least once a week, usually twice a week. And I shoot all old military surplus from pre-World War I to Cold War. And absolutely love the place. I've had the same fear, though, as I've watched all that construction, you know, that someday there's going to be a housing that all of a sudden, you know, 50 years later, are going to say, oh, I hear gunfire right here. So I just hope it's there for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I honestly, and obviously nobody can predict the future on what's going to happen. My personal opinion, I think Ben Avery is going to have a harder problem. I think just what's going on and seeing what TMSC is doing and all of the housing that's going around there. And they've got Pioneer on the other side north of them. They've got the federal agency with the prison and everything. So they've got a big footprint, but they know that they've got the work to do. So they've been actively trying to get easements put in, so procuring property. But I mean, I don't know if you guys drive Carefree Highway, but Halo Vista is marked all over. That whole south side of Carefree Highway is going to be nothing but car dealerships, Costco's, and you know what brings with those. Those are houses. So what we're seeing on our end is all AmCor. City of Peoria is actively looking at another police station and training facility. So we've been kind of working with them. I actually, since day one, 5 years ago, I've gotten that same question. Well, I heard CowTown's going away. No, we're not going anywhere.